Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curriculum Night. Thanks so much for joining me and learning a little bit about what third and fourth grade looks like this year. So, a little bit about me for anybody who doesn't already know. I am originally from Ann Arbor, but lived in the San Francisco Bay Area for 23 years. I moved back to Ann Arbor just last year. And I received, prior to that, my bachelor's degrees in cultural anthropology and environmental studies from the University of Michigan. I got my teaching credential from Dominican University in San Rafael, California. This is my 24th year of teaching and my first full year at Summers-Knoll. I taught third grade for the past 10 years in a small independent school, much like Summers-Knoll. Before that, I taught science to grades 1 through 6 for 3 years, and I taught sixth grade math science and led a fifth grade self-contained classroom in Title I public schools. Prior to that, I taught environmental education for 5 years, which is why I moved to California. So for my philosophy, I just wanted to focus on 4 pillars of SK. One is emotional intelligence, because I believe emotional intelligence is what allows us to apply our academic knowledge in a social world. So ways that we foster this are we started off the year by making a class charter, which was essentially what do we want to feel when we're in school together? And then that was the jumping off point for creating a community agreement. Well, community agreements, there are 5. And these are what we can do as a community to help each other feel the way we want to feel when we're in school. We've also learned conflict resolution. It's essentially a kid-friendly version of restorative justice. So this is something that they can use to help solve problems on their own and also helps them know when to get help. And then we also do a morning meeting every morning. This is a way that we kind of touch base and get on the same page. So we greet each other, we do a check-in to see how everybody's doing, what are they coming in with that day, what might they need. We get on the same page with the schedule, we work out classroom problems that are arising together, we make class decisions together. And then at the end of the day, we have a closing. This is usually guided by a question like, what did you learn today? What are you proud of? Who did you appreciate and why? And it just kind of ties up the day. Creative problem solving. This, of course, is an essential life skill and applicable to just about any job and really essential for upcoming leaders. So this is basically just part of our class culture and will be part of all of our projects. We are service focused, and this basically is about applying our learning by serving our community and our environment. And it's really part of making learning real and relevant for students and connected to the place they live in. So that's going to happen through all of our projects. And then self-efficacy is about identifying our own areas of strength and growth and setting and reaching goals. And this will mostly be done by each student is going to be putting together their own portfolio. It's going to feature things that they are proud of, things that were challenging for them that they got through and learned from. And it'll be presented by them at our parent-teacher conferences, and along with goals that they're setting for the next coming quarter. So here's kind of the overview of our projects for the year. The one that we're in right now is what are your connections, water, your connections to Mallett's Creek. And in this, we have visited Mallett's Creek, the section that is a 5-minute walk from our school. And we first investigated who is connected to the creek. We found out how we're connected. We noticed that there are a huge number of animals, plants, and insects that are connected to the creek, which led us to wonder who depends on this creek, and then to wonder how well can Mallett's Creek support all who depend on it. So from there, we did some water testing to see how well it can support all these organisms. And that brought up some stream health concerns. So we're going to have Jason Frenzel from the Huron River Watershed Council come in and talk to us about what are some solutions that we could apply to these stream health concerns. And we are going to evaluate them based on how much money, time, labor, and help they require. Then we are going to make proposals to the manager of the parks, the Ann Arbor Parks, and basically get his permission to use these strategies in Scheffler Park. Going forward, we'll do a unit called Digging Deeper. This will be looking into Michigan's mining history and its impacts on our community and environment. We'll do Lighting Up the World, where we'll learn about both light and electricity and look into the economics involved in renewable energy. And then our last unit will be Mission Monarchs. This will happen when monarchs are migrating back from Mexico back up to Canada, and they come right through Michigan. And so we'll be looking at their declining population, why that's happening, and what we can do about it. Our literacy program, the main component is Readers and Writers Workshop. So typically we have 3 writing days and 2 reading days a week. And currently we are focused on persuasive writing in preparation for making our proposals to the manager of the parks. Students also get at least 2 20-minute independent reading sessions. When they're done with a book of their choice, they write a book buzz, which is essentially a book review to help other students find a book that they're interested in. Words Their Way is our spelling program. It helps us discover spelling patterns and word roots. And then all of the skills that we learn in literacy, of course, are applied and reinforced through our projects. Our weekly schedule has it that ELA instruction and practice happens for at least 50 minutes every day from 1 o'clock to 1:50 in addition to project time. The main component of our math program is Singapore Math. We're currently focused really on our textbooks, but we also have whole class math games and activities. We do small group instruction so that I can address areas of growth for groups of kids who are struggling with the same concepts. And then, of course, all skills are applied and reinforced through projects. We have math instruction and practice at least 50 minutes every day, 8:30 to 9:20. And that's, of course, in addition to project time. So some upcoming dates on Saturday, September 23rd, 7 to 8, just so you know, there's a family walk with Amal in Ann Arbor. This is taking place at Farmers Market. This is separate from our field trip that we're taking on Tuesday, September 26th, where we will be dancing for little Amal in Detroit. We're welcoming her. And then on Friday, September 29th at 8:20 a.m., we have our first Dragon Time in the SK Atrium. And this is going to be our grade plus 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th grade presenting on our little Amal experience. Some things to know, we do celebrate birthdays in 3rd and 4th grade. We do this by asking the birthday person about themselves, learning a little about them, then writing them birthday letters. This is my sneaky way to have kids practice letter writing, and then have them find their birthday book, which is basically all the letters put together, and we sing them a song of their choice. To make sure everybody feels like they are equally celebrated, don't plan on bringing in additional treats. This is also to help make it easier on you, so there's no pressure. We do have homework. It's really just connecting school to home. It will happen really no more than once a week. And all of the 3rd, 4th students will receive an assignment that connects home and school. Some students might receive additional homework to bolster specific skills, but I would reach out to you if this feels necessary. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me at any time. My email, just enoel@summersknoll.org. I'll do my very best to respond to you within 24 hours on a normal, as a non-holiday weekday. If you'd like to meet with me in person or via Zoom or have a phone call, please make use of my office hours. They're Tuesdays, 3 to 3:30, and Thursdays, 10:30 to 11. We'll also have 3 parent-teacher conferences throughout the school year to discuss your child's academic and social emotional development. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely evening.